Okay, now we are getting into the consonants, and as you can see, the consonants are divided up or grouped together rather in similar sounding rows, and these of course appear in the dictionary as you see them, and we're going to cover one row at a time, and then you'll see how they all relate to one another. So we'll cover the first row, okay, and let's go right into it. And I'm going to just first say them out to you first. Ka, ka, ga, gha, nga. Ka, ka, ga, gha, nga. Alright, let's look at this one in detail. We've already talked about this consonant letter, ka. So we won't cover too much since we've used that very much in learning about the vowels and the dependent vowels on how to change the sound. The default, as we talked about, the default sound is a, ka. So, and we said the ka has no aspiration. So think of the word duck. When you end with the ck sound in duck, that ck sound is ka, has no aspiration. You don't say duck, right? But it's duck, and it's very pure ka sound with no aspiration. Meaning, aspiration basically means there's no h sound after the consonant. There's no ka. It's ka. So it comes. You kind of tighten up when you at your palate when you say it. Ka. Ka. Okay, so let's do this. Let's practice it again 5 times. Let's first write it, and I mentioned to you that you can write it the way you just saw here, or you can write it the way I write it after I draw the matra first, and then I kind of go down like that and come back up and do a sidewise 8, which is not complete, and I do it like that. If that works for you, go ahead and use that. Okay, so that's ka. Let's go on to the next letter, ka. Now this letter does have an aspiration to it, which means it does have a h sound. So you start with ka and then you add a h sound. So ka, ha, ka. So you put it together, ka. Okay, and so look at this, the phrase here, look here. When you say this really fast, look here, the k and h, when you goes together, has the sound ka. Look, look. You hear that? The ka and h is pronounced together, and you get that ka sound. Now without the h is ka, with the h is ka. Hear the difference carefully. Ka, 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 ka. And it's very important that you get this difference. Native speakers can hear the difference, and it will mean different things if you do not use the correct sound. So it's very important you know the difference. And also when we do our watchtower, in English, when you see the A part of a question and the B part of a question, in Hindi it's shown in ka and ka parts. So it's very important, especially for brothers, to be able to really say these two letters and differentiate them. Again, practice with me. Ka, 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 ka. Okay, and see if we find a word here. So ka, and look, we have the dependent a in front of it, so just put a line and becomes a. So ka by itself, put a line in front of it, becomes ka. And this is a na, and we'll cover that later, and a dependent na, a sound. So ka na, So long R's both cases. Khana. Okay, and means food or to eat.